Please give it up for Bob LaRue.
Hey, Bob.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Kabalan ng kabaryo, maya pabak, dito king Pilipinas. So for those of you who don't speak Kapampangan, I just said welcome this morning to my friends and neighbors from the tropics of the Philippines. So we're going to tell a little story and do a little demonstration from another part of the world, but also in the tropics. This takes place in the tropical rainforests of Peru. Several decades ago, there was an expedition to the tropics of Peru to examine some of the native bizarre occult practices there. This was an expedition in 1939 called the Douglas Higbee exploration. So they entered the jungle and spent many weeks interviewing and watching and participating in various rituals with the natives of the Amazon rainforest. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, as often happens with anthropological expeditions, something went wrong. We don't know what, because none of the professors survived. In fact, the entire camp was raided and burned down, leaving only a few artifacts behind after all their weeks and months of work. Fortunately, I was able to obtain one of those artifacts, which is this rather crude box, clearly scarred by the fire. But was able to obtain that, and we're going to use that some tonight. Let me show you what was one of the things in the box. Was a small collection, and I'm going to tilt the camera down now. Several people are relieved to see the box. As opposed, never mind. One of the things left behind in the box was this snakeskin pouch containing several images. So these are not the actual artifacts, but these were the documentary evidence that the professors had entered in various notebooks. So first up, we have an etching of a photograph taken of the members of the expedition lounging around the campsite shortly before their deaths. We have several other much more important objects, though. We'll leave that right on top for now. The first etching is of a parrot's head, parrot's skull, and a claw. Second one is an etching of one of the shrunken heads that they collected. And the third one is a monkey's paw, a desiccated monkey's paw, indeed a powerful ritual object, as are all three of these. So I'm going to put them here in front of the box. I'll tip this some more. And here is where I'm going to ask my volunteers to join us. Could both of you say hello, please?
Hello, Bob.
Gene, the only one?
No, Steve's here someplace.
Right here, can you hear me?
Okay, yes. All right, so Steve, let's start with you. One of the amazing things about these occult objects is that even though these are only graphic representations of them, they still exert a certain amount of power over people. It's kind of astonishing. And maybe you can feel that even through the computer screen and being 8,000 miles away. Perhaps you can feel some of the energy from these various ritual depictions. Can you, my music started. Do you feel any particularly strong attraction or revulsion to one of these images?
Yes,
And which image is that?
the parrot skull.
The parrot, okay. So the parrot, I'm going to distantly give that to you. So just pretend you're holding on to that.
Right.
All right, Gene, there are two left.
Yes, sir.
Is there any one of these that particularly draws you or repels you?
Well, I would say I like the shrunken head, but I've always wanted a monkey's paw as just a to sub out my rabbit's foot with.
Okay, great. The monkey's paw, indeed a very powerful image. And you can now pretend that you're holding that. Okay, great.
Got it.
So that leaves the rather scary shrunken head, which I'm going to put back in the box for now. Okay, so this photograph, or etching of a photograph, has been sitting out in plain view. Now, Gene, I'm going to show you that on the back, there is a prediction written.
Okay.
And I want you to carefully and with great emotion read aloud. Take your time, read it slowly. Read aloud for everyone to hear what is printed. Is that
Yes,
large
I
enough to
can.
read?
These ritual objects still have their ancient power. Choices made today were predicted in 1939. I have the monkey paw. You have the parrot, and the shrunken head is in the box.
And you being Steve, as
Yep.
the
You
parrot,
and Steve, yes.
but the shrunken head is in the box. Well, you saw me put it in the box,
Yes, sir.
but there's more than just that. As predicted in the box is the shrunken head.
Oh.
Nice.
Very nice.
She'll take a bow, and thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Bob LaRue, everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah. Good to see you, Bob. Thank you,
Good to see
sir.
everybody.
It's good to have you here. So glad you did this.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Sure.
I just like everybody to know, even though Bob is, and I'm sorry, my service cut out because I'm in the garage. When you say, are you in Thailand, right, Bob? Is that right?
Philippines.
Philippines, right? He pays his dues every single year and has done so since he moved there. And that's amazing that he stayed a member of the club. So we should all give him one of these for being such a great part of the club. All right, I'll mute and turn off my annoying video.
Beautiful.
Bob, you're good, man.
Beautiful. Thank you for that, Chad. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate you being here, my friend. Good to see you. Our next performer